Very good. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, you want to roll the operator? What's up? Pistol? Pistol?
The foil that they pulled off of, like, from a call. And I think it just...
Welcome back, viewers. Dave Epstein from the Post-Pollock firm. Today, we're going to talk about a topic we've talked about before, police officers. This is an unusual topic today. It's about a police officer in California who was found to have overdosed in the bathroom of a police station with seized narcotics. I think it was fentanyl. And this raises issues. Obviously, it's going to bring out the people who support and the people who are skeptical of the police, with people saying, how are you screening for these officers? What are you doing to supervise them? Police officers saying, and police officer supporters saying, what about this stressful job that they have? That, you know, some guy ends up apparently smoking fentanyl. No answer, a simple conclusion to any of those debates, and there are other issues involved, obviously, and I'll discuss those, but let's start watching the video and see what happened here.
On the evening of October 24th, 2023, Sacramento County Sheriff's Deputy Marvin Morales entered the restroom at the Central Division office on the 700 block of 65th Street in Sacramento, California. Now, before you go thinking, what's the issue here? Surely he's just gone to take a leak. Well, let me just stop you for a moment. You see, to put it bluntly, Deputy Morales had an issue with meth. And believe it or not, he was going to the bathroom to smoke that. Yes, in the sheriff's office. But the thing was, this latest batch of meth was laced with fentanyl.
Folks, one thing I would comment on that the announcer alluded to is that this was meth laced with fentanyl. And I don't know how they knew or whether this guy had a history or told people that, yes, I like meth, and it was laced with fentanyl. Here's a little pointer for you that plan to go out and score illegal drugs like meth or whatever. You can assume in this day and age right now that everything is laced. I know people in law enforcement, people in public health. If you get anything on the street, you know, they always say you never know what you're getting. But now you really don't know what you're getting. If you think you're getting heroin, you might get heroin laced with Xanax. There's everything thrown in. Some people may like it, some may not, but they don't really know what they're getting. And that's where all these overdoses come in. That's why Narcan is carried by just about everybody now in certain areas because there's so many overdoses. So assume everything you get is going to be laced, and assume you're not going to be sure what that's laced with, whatever you think you're buying.
Yeah, where my car's at? First Norcan apply, he's coming too. Leave that door open. Morales, you good? My radio's dead. Huh? My radio's dead. Get that off. Get his vest off. Straight his leg. Straight his leg. Yep. How you take this shit off me? Miles. Morales! Hey, Morales! Hey, drag him out! Drag him out! Drag him out! Drag him out! Hey, first Norcan's applied already. Hey, the gun's still in there. Morales! Leave that door open so it airs out. Because I don't know what else is in there.
Folks, I'm not a trained EMT, but let me just point out, I'm not sure if drag them out as proper medical procedure. I think the idea is you want to get people in quickly and get EMTs in there, but I generally would not touch somebody in that situation except to deliver Narcan. I will also add this, and this, I don't know where this goes, but a lot of commentary on the original video had to do with how did the police officers know to get Narcan right away? Did they know this guy was on meth, etc.? I don't know. We don't see everything that preceded it, like when somebody found him. It's not entirely clear. But when the sound came back on and we see the officer walking into the bathroom, he's already got Narcan, and they know something is happening. So I will assume that the police found him in that condition and maybe found some of the substance around him, but maybe we'll find out more. But I wouldn't read too much into the fact that they arrived ready with Narcan, because it looks like there was a little bit that preceded this.
Leave that door open for fire. Put a trash can out there.
Rouse. Wake up, bud.
Come on. I got a second one if you need it.
Fentanyl overdose.
I hit him one already on his left nostril.
Give another one.
And that's when he came to. That's when he came to, when they pulse. How's it got pulse? Still got breathing?
Huh? Breathing. He's got pulse.
Fuck.
There you go.
Whose car is this? That's his car. That's my car. I came to use the restroom. I thought he was in there taking a poop, and as soon as I opened the door, he's leaning against the corner. So I ran back and got my Narcan. I'm gonna move my car out of the way, at least.
Okay, we just got a little bit more of an explanation. The officer said that he thought he was in there using the facilities. I won't use his words exactly. He saw him leaned up against the wall and immediately ran and got his Narcan. Now, I don't know what would make him automatically assume that the guy needed Narcan. I mean, it could be a coronary, could be a stroke. For all you know, you don't have to disclose all your medical conditions. It could be he's a diabetic, went into insulin shock. There's a million things that could happen. He would have to explain why it was that he instantly went out and got Narcan. I certainly hope that this was not something known to the other officers. It's a problem, because this guy was on duty, carrying a gun with the badge on and driving a police vehicle while stopping in to the police station, of all places, to take a quick break to smoke some meth, or what he thought was meth. That is surreal. That's disturbing. That's disturbing to me. I would imagine that for most of the police officers there, it was one of the most surreal nights of their careers.
Yeah, it's not.
You got 3 doses of supply already. All right.
Put that on me. Get down there, open up those doors, block them open. Yeah, that's right. Looks like we're having a fentanyl overdose right now. We're working on it. Probably he's down.
Yeah,
He's got on fire. There you go.
There we go.
Come on, buddy.
There you go. Wake up, bud.
Wake up.
Come on, Mark. Come on.
Wake up, bud.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Wake up.
Rouse.
Wake up, Ross.
Wake up. There you go.
There you go.
Hey, do we want to roll into the recovery at all?
Deep breath.
I'm going to start rolling into the recovery at all. Just because of all the mucus and shit from you getting that.
We'll keep him like this because he's breathing. He's got a pulse.
Come on, Mark.
Breathe.
Come on, bud.
Come on, Marvin.
Mark. Come on, bud.
Yeah.
Starting rope's not going to help him. One more. Fourth dose. He was leaning against. I ran out to the car and got my North came back. I gave him the first dose.
And just pause here a moment, folks. I know police are trained for emergency medical procedures, but where's the EMT crew? I don't know if they didn't call them or what's going on here, but I would think that when you say we have an officer here who's dying or might be dying, the EMTs might show up quickly. And I'm shocked that they're still working on this guy. No EMTs are coming.
How many more He's got 4 in him right now. Come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Lift his head up a little bit.
Come on, you're
There
good,
you
bro.
go.
Come on, man.
Get his airway straight. Yeah.
Come on, Mark.
Wake up, Mark. Wake up. Come on.
Hey, they're coming up.
All right.
Cool.
All right, that sounds like EMTs are coming.
Dan, you're doubled up.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. There we go.
Hey, take this. I'm going to the ambulance, Mark.
Come on, Mark. Come on.
Come on, Mark.
I see you. There you go.
Keep breathing, man. Stay with us. You're good. You're good.
Keep breathing. Come on. Pulse still strong.
Still breathing.
Yep. Come on, Mark. Come on, bud.
Come on, Mark.
There you go. There you go.
Was there anything around him at all in there?
What's that?
Yeah, there's a pipe in there.
What's up?
I saw a
Pipe.
pipe. It's sitting right there now.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
There we go, Mark.
Keep breathing, bud.
Keep breathing, Marvin.
Come on, Mark. We're good, man. Come on, dude.
Another little lesson from this video, folks, is if you have somebody in your life who is unfortunately using and tends to do this, make sure you have Narcan around and keep it handy, because that stuff has saved more lives than you could shake a stick at. It's almost like a miracle drug, but it does. It works, and it saved a lot of people from overdose deaths if you get it to them in time, which seems to have been the case here.
What's up, guys? He's been down for about 5-6 minutes now, 4 doses of minutes of Narcan.
Get out of here.
Strong radial. He's got some light respiration. Out of consciousness the whole time.
Do you guys know any history of drug use or anything?
No, we found a meth pipe.
The glass pipe Deputy Morales used during the overdose incident had been confiscated from a member of a homeless camp while he was out on duty in August of 2023. The report about the interaction states that he disposed of the pipe. However, as we've just stated, that wasn't the case. I collected the glass pipe and secured it in my patrol vehicle. Due to the fragile state of the glass pipe and to avoid breaking it, I took a photograph of it with my department-issued iPhone, as I would be using this photograph as evidence. I later safely disposed of the glass pipe at the Central Area Station. Deputy Morales would later admit to internal affairs investigators that yes, he took the pipe home with him and didn't dispose of it, adding that he had smoked the leftover residue within the pipe on 3 or 4 occasions and had done this because it gave him energy to fill out reports. But according to investigators, they say that given the circumstances leading up to the overdose, which included Deputy Morales seizing meth from different homeless people within the county, he most definitely had an ongoing drug addiction that may have stretched back even before he joined the department. Scientific evidence would also back those claims, because according to drugs tests on his hair, it showed that he was a chronic user, consistent with a person who used drugs throughout their entire life.
Okay, well, it sounds like he used drugs his entire life. Certainly, he had an ongoing drug problem. If you can't contain yourself long enough to finish your shift, again, while you're in uniform, on duty, with your gun, your badge, driving a squad car, you got a problem. Whether or not somebody should have noticed this, I guess it's another issue. I don't know any serious meth users other than what I see walking around or on TV or whatever. But what I understand of it is you will show signs of using it. I mean, I just cannot believe that this guy showed no signs and nobody picked up anything. But I suppose it's true that, you know, the other officers are stressed out too, and they may not be observing fellow officers for the things they might look for with citizens, especially people in homeless camps where you got this stuff, or on the street in heavy drug areas. Whatever the case may be, it's quite a miracle that he did not show that much sign of it until that point. He, I look at the picture of him. He looks like well-fed, not overweight, but he looks kind of stocky, and his face did not look sunken in, because I know meth can just destroy everything about you, and so can some of these other drugs. But there's a lot of questions here that need to be answered.
Deputy Morales and another officer responded to a suspicious person call at the Shell gas station on Stockton Boulevard. When they arrived, they came face to face with said suspicious person, an Asian male. This hadn't been the first time the man had crossed paths with police. In fact, Deputy Morales had personally spoken with him many times in the past. On this occasion, the officers believed that the man had been under the influence, and when they saw foil hanging out of his pocket, it backed those claims further.
You're having a lot of fun out here, bro.
Yeah. We got new sunglasses.
Oh, yeah?
So let's get a haircut. So hand to you, and then what?
Hand it over. Hand it over.
Can I get it back?
I'm gonna start right there. Right there. Okay. You know how it goes, man. Alright. Empty your pockets.
Oh, I thought. You got fun?
You're gonna need here to do some shit. Okay?
I wouldn't do the same shit.
You was, bro. But last time I saw you tweaking on the grass back there. Chasing that dragon, boy.
Ultimately, drugs were seized. The man was given a citation, and just hours later, Deputy Morales would overdose from them. In November of 2023, he was asked by Internal Affairs why he smoked the drugs at the station, and it was there he told them that he felt depressed and wanted to end things. Again, as you already know, Internal Affairs dispute those claims.
Yeah, you can send you over here. We're in room 23. It's left pen, cargo pocket.
You found something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there. Okay.
The glove with what may have caused this to him, that exposure, it was a foil that they pulled off of, like, on a call. And I think you can feel the foil in there. Yeah. I don't want to fucking open it up and get us all exposed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Shit happens quick. So I'm always worried about. So, like, so many times I search people with no gloves.
Yeah.
Not even thinking, you know? And it's like, fuck, like,
all lucky.
Like that one cop in SoCal, he was exposed to it. They were just getting rid of some drugs that they found.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't touching with no gloves, and boom, hit him. He fell out right there.
Right out, dude, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that fentanyl thing.
Yeah.
Like, supposedly if you ingest it, like...
It's transdermal.
Your skin will absorb it.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't take much.
And who knows the concentration?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Guys
Well,
better use gloves.
Like, the stuff they get in hospitals is micrograms, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Out here it's in grams. So it's, I mean,
And
it's
it's
1 gram is enough to, like, screw somebody up.
Yeah.
It's good. Fentanyl all the time.
Okay, folks, I don't know what got the police there off on the idea that it was through contact or through direct contact. I just looked it up, and I didn't know of any known possibility of fentanyl being absorbed through the skin, unless maybe there's a cut, but I don't know, on just minimal contact. I mean, I guess if there's prolonged contact for a day or so, you can end up having ingested enough through skin absorption to cause you to get high or even overdose. But right off the bat, I think, and in fairness to the police officers, they're there. They just, you know, I guess I'd be the same way. I just can't believe that this guy would deliberately go in while on duty and smoke meth in the police station bathroom. So they're searching for things that explain this without the painful obvious. And again, I don't know if I'm saying it's bad or they're trying to cover up for the guy. It's just, nobody would want to believe that.
Well, I mean,
Like a,
yeah.
like
You know
a,
what I mean.
yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Just like a tiny speck can kill you.
Yeah.
It's
Like a minimal fraction of your pinky nail.
yeah,
Yeah.
You guys can be careful.
I know.
yeah. Like I really am surprised it doesn't happen more often.
Yeah.
The little I know, that officer, I don't think he's correct. A little speck, if he's talking about fentanyl, that touches you will not kill you. It might not take a lot if you ingest it through snorting, shooting up, or other methods, but just touching it is not going, especially if you clean off afterwards. But they were wearing gloves. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know where he's getting this, but that is not the medical knowledge I know. Again, I'm not a doctor, but that didn't sound right, and I don't think it is right.
You guys are like, especially if you're finding somebody.
Yeah.
You guys
I know.
I know.
Jinxed it.
Yeah.
All right, don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. Yeah, I'm just. Hey,
There's no wood in here.
I mean, it's one of those things, man. How many people we contact, how many drugs we actually find.
Mm-hmm.
I search people with no gloves all the time.
Yeah.
After the internal investigation, it was recommended that Deputy Morales needed to be fired on the grounds of dishonesty, and he was informed of that decision on January 4th, 2024. By early February, he instead resigned, and that decision was accepted by the sheriff's office.
Well, folks, there you have it. I'm not sure what you have there, but you have it. We have an officer who obviously had a drug problem. How obvious was it before the drug problem led to an overdose? Well, who knows? I don't know if they did an investigation or not. Certainly, if they had asked me, towns that I represent in labor and employment matters, I would have said, yes, you do have to take a look at it to see if there was a possibility that this could have been spotted, see if there are other officers involved in drug use. I'm not suggesting that they are, but you want to make sure that everything's okay and clean. He was wise to resign. I mean, I will say that in some departments, they might, if you got caught with drugs or there was a problem, they might recognize drug addiction as a health issue, a public health issue for some people, and allow you to go through rehab. I mean, part of that would be how well liked are you by the higher ups? What has been the disciplinary history of that department in the past? But they do, in many cases, have the discretion to allow you to slide that one time, attributing it, he became addicted to drugs by the stress of the job. In this case, it was a little bit more spectacular. We have him on video, and the video went viral. I don't know how that got released. I guess somebody under the Freedom of Information Act or one of the Open Public Records Acts of California or wherever, I think it was in California, they were able to get that camera. Get that footage. So it's not something that, somebody was caught with drugs or came voluntarily to a chief and said, I have a drug problem, I want to let you know. In those cases, they might say, listen, you're on probation for now or you're suspended, but go to rehab. As long as you get a clean bill of health, we'll be happy to get you back and get some psychiatric counseling. This was just a little too much, I think, for anybody. He's using seized drugs, the drugs they took from the guy on the street, the drugs that somebody else gets arrested for. He takes them into a police station bathroom to smoke up while he's on duty. This is a guy carrying a gun who could end up in gunplay while on the job. So you tell me, should that person remain a police officer? Yes, you could attribute all this bad behavior to drug addiction and drug problems, but it is so reckless and so beyond the pale that I don't know many, if any, police departments and municipalities that would say, hey, let's give him a break and let's let him slide. So he probably had no choice but to resign. Maybe that had something to do. Maybe they worked out some sort of settlement where they said, we won't fight you if you seek a disability pension, although I doubt that would work either. I don't know California pension laws. It could be problematic. In all likelihood, he's forfeiting his pension, he's losing his job, and he's got an embarrassing episode that's going to make it hard without serious rehab and a real chance to show he's redeemed himself. Not just to redeem, but he has to be able to show it, of getting work. I mean, this is bad news. And yeah, drug addiction, there's always been a debate. Is it a criminal justice problem or is it a public health problem? I tend to think more towards the latter, that we've not addressed it properly, but this is an example of somebody who has every reason in the world not to be using drugs, certainly the drugs he seizes from suspects, and he still was unable to control himself. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think we have to find a way to determine what is leading to so many people becoming addicted. And this wasn't opioids. We talked about the opioid crisis. This is somebody who was maybe addicted to meth that turned out to be laced. As I said in the beginning, always assume everything you buy on the street is laced. It is laced. Don't ask questions. It is laced. You'll find out the hard way what it's laced with. In any event, folks, I hope you learned something from the video. I hope you enjoyed it, although not too much, given the rather tragic circumstances that were shown. I will say that the police officers acted as best they could when they found him, although, again, I would imagine it was a very surreal, disturbing moment for those officers, and I give them credit. They were trying their best to rationalize it, get their arms around it. Well, it probably wasn't until days later they realized, my God, this guy's a drug addict and he got hurt or he almost died. Maybe they did know. I don't know. We don't know enough. I'm not going to guess. People, don't buy drugs, don't use them. If it's legal, fine, but stay away from this stuff. And police officers, come on, you know better. Folks, I'll see you next time. Please hit like and subscribe. Please leave your comments and have a great day. See you next time. Thanks. Dave Epstein signing off for Post Polly.